Oh, sir, excuse me, but you have a different friend today, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I make these, and so I just sold him.
Oh, you just sold him?
Sold me,
Yeah, I just sold you.
you dirty rat.
No, actually, I didn't.
Oh, camera. Jeez.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the Vegas International Ventriloquist Festival on this edition of Out and About.
I'm having a bad day. Hocus pocus chicken. I keep forgetting the spell. What is that? Oh boy. I turned my neighbor into a frog. Can't fix it.
In the world of ventriloquism, there's two styles of puppets. There's the traditional wooden figures, what we think of a dummy. Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, that would be a classic wooden figure. Danny O'Day, wooden figure. Or something like this, which is more closely resembling what the Muppets look like. They're made of soft foam rubber material. So the technique for operating this kind of puppet is very different from operating a standard wooden figure.
Are we allowed to give away any secrets today?
We'll give away any secrets that you like.
Well, how is he staring at me?
No, he's staring at you because behind my back, I have hidden a little cable. And when I push on the cable, it makes his eyes open and close. And if I push one, he winks. That's a particularly special feature that I've added to my soft foam rubber puppets. One of the reasons that so many people prefer the wooden characters is because they have all those things built on a little control rod. One of the differences between operating this kind of puppet, the head is hollow, so your hand is inside talking, as opposed to a ventriloquist figure, there's a stick and you're pulling a little trigger control.
Visitors to a popular Las Vegas hotel casino were in for a lot of double talk at this year's Vegas Ventriloquist Festival. The annual gathering at the Las Vegas Imperial Palace showcased some of the industry's very best performers, attracting scores of animated comedians who seem to be every bit as wooden as their human alter egos.
Well, the convention, now we call it the Vegas Ventriloquist Festival, but it is a convention, ventriloquist convention. It came about because there were a few ventriloquists that came to me from various places. I live here in Vegas, and said, please do a convention here.
So it indeed is an international thing, which means that there are all kinds of people from different lands. Well, how far do they come?
Well, we get people from Thailand, from Japan, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France, you name it. They come from all over the world. As an entertainment, it goes back about 400 years. See, it was originally used by ancient diviners to imitate the departed spirits of the dead. And then the ventriloquist figure, as we call them, came in about 1850s when vaudeville and musical really took off.
Was that in the United States or Europe? Or?
That was in Europe. That was in Europe and the United States, because it was a simultaneous thing. You called it burlesque here and vaudeville. We called it musical in Europe.
Like the pioneering duo of Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop, today's performers prove that even the simplest ventriloquist figures can still captivate an audience.
My background mostly is in television. I do children's television projects and DVDs and videos, so my style of learning how to manipulate a character is very based on the subtleties involved in television. But I spent 15 years performing live on stage as a magician, and so I've come up with a hybrid of styles which benefits from much of the subtlety that you can do in television with a style of lip movement, with the ability to fill a room that you need with a live audience. That even though that you're just one person with a puppet on a stage, you still want to be able to capture the attention of hundreds or maybe thousands of people in a room. So techniques for opening up everything that you do.
Not only are you demonstrating here, but I do understand that you manufacture or make these little characters?
I do. All of these figures I created in my little workshop, which is a converted bedroom in my house in Washington, D.C. My characters are made out of foam rubber, the stuff that you have inside your seat cushions. It's very soft and very flexible, so you can do some cool stuff with that. They're glued together, sewed together, tacked together, spit, polished, and I use hot melt glue. It's a glue stick that gets about 400 degrees, and so my hands have lots of burns and scars all over them because I'm suffering from my art. I'm also unusual in that most ventriloquists don't make their own figure. There's a lot of really good figure makers out there. Most of the ventriloquists will buy from a manufacturer. I make and perform my own things. Puppeteers and ventriloquists are different that way. Most puppeteers make their own puppets and perform. Ventriloquists, even though it's a puppet, they have somebody else make it. And it's really interesting. If you really want to get a ventriloquist mad, call them a puppeteer.
Oh, no, that's Roger Martin.
Daddy?
No, he's not your daddy.
Daddy?
No, Roger's not your daddy. Breathe, honey, breathe. Okay, it's out and about with Roger Martin.
Okay, Daddy.
Yes, welcome to my lecture. We are going to talk about something very important. I have no idea what it is, but we'll work it out.
Blue birds singing along, nothing but blue skies from now on.
You write that?
Of course I did.
No, his name's Wally Nelson. He's not Willie.
Oh, this is Wally Nelson. Oh.
Well, this is a character I built called Max. He's a ventriloquist figure who has multiple movements, and there's so many that I can hardly work them all sometimes, but I'll show you what he can do. He can close his eyes, he can blink, he can move his eyes, he can raise his eyebrows, lower them, lower his eyes, open them wide, smile with the upper lip, the jaw, and sniff his nose. And he also cries through some little holes here, but I don't have that hooked up right now.
Well, this is not a sad show anyway.
Right, we're happy here. So, and this is all the stuff inside that makes him work. He's a guy that works for my company, Harry Maxwell, installed these.
Highlights of the three-day event included performance showcases where entertainers could hone their skills by trying out new routines in front of an appreciative crowd. And in addition to professionals, many amateur ventriloquists were offered their own brief moment to bask in the Vegas spotlight. Final day festivities brought the entire entourage together for a group photo opportunity. As ventriloquist acts enjoy an upswing in popularity thanks to new entertainment venues, the increased exposure gives this chatty group something to talk about. I get the impression that each and every one of these people are having so much fun doing what they're doing.
Well, how could you not? I mean, we get to play with little dolls and make money. It's a great thing. And
Do you have to be a little crazy to do this?
Well, yeah, you have to be crazy to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think, I go to Anthony Hopkins for sort of my cue on this. He said, in pretty much every case, performers, people who are in front of a camera on stage, we're damaged merchandise. And there's a certain need, certain little hole in our life that gets filled by doing something completely crazy.